Up next, the Trailblazers taking on the Grizzlies. For Portland, 2 wins and 1 loss to start the season. They want to maintain that winning track. Grizzlies, Blazers, coming right up after this. Hello, and thanks for joining us, folks, for this midweek NBA action on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Chris Webber, this is Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. Hey, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. The Blazers have now been in the playoffs 8 straight seasons. Damian Lillard says, me and CJ in our careers, we've always won. Now, our team hasn't won the championship, but we've always won. And I think a big part of that is you know how to impact winning and make it happen. Guys, back to you.
He does. When it's on the line, it is Dame time. Thank you, D.A. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. You take a look at Los Angeles. They ascend up the list to number 3 with some spirited play.
And looking at Memphis, they have just done a magnificent job of building chemistry. Higher on this list than many people expected. One of the great stories thus far.
Now look at Memphis's starting group. Adams at center with Jackson next to him. DeAnthony Melton out there with Morant. And it's Bane in at the 3 spot. And for the Trailblazers, at the guard spots, longtime teammates Lillard and McCollum. Powell and Covington up at the forward. And it's Nurkic in at the 5. Greg, for teams that are slow out of the gate, their fans can really be impatient and unforgiving.
Yeah, the media, too. I mean, I played New York, so in that town, you go big or you get talked about. And it happens in small towns as well. It's just a harsh reality of pro sports.
Now here's Morant. Rebounded by McCollum. Powell inside. Driving in, and it's good. 2 points.
That'll get you a pat on the back from your teammate McCollum. Unselfish and aware, picking out the perfect pass.
Now Morant, coming off a solid outing against the Lakers. Down low, Adams. Good, and a nice assist from Morant.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Now here's McCollum. It's hauled in by Adams. And now just over a minute played here in the first.
Trailblazers foul, Yusuf Nurkic. That's his first personal, first team foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Desmond Bane at the line for 2.
The first free throw is good. That one is no good. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for Portland. And Adams sends it back.
Adams puts every ounce of energy into his defense. He's not out there to contest shots. He's out there to reject them.
To the middle. Stolen away. Now here's Melton. He is guarded by McCollum. Adams' shot is good.
And how about the power by Adams on that finish? Just brushes off the contact. And you think back to the 2018 draft, Anthony Melton was a sleeper. And after falling to the 46th pick, a lot of teams now wishing they hadn't slept on Melton.
Yeah, 3 years later, he signs a 4-year, $35 million contract. Didn't hang his head, kept working, and he's earned his keep.
Off the left rim and up.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Yeah, that's not his spot, plain and simple. Just trying to force something is rarely a good idea.
A tremendous mobile one block that we had to see again. Great send back.
And making a statement right away, letting them know they won't get any easy ones when he's around.
Now here's McCollum. Fires the three. That's in. He's got two made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
A lethal shooter from downtown. McClellan, he enjoys opportunities to pull the trigger.
Pass to Adams. Here's Bain. Memphis moving that ball around. Morant passes to Bain. 4 on the shot clock. Shoots over Powell. Here's Adams. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yusuf Nurkic.
It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
And I've heard Adams is a big gamer. Video games. I mean, he doesn't watch sports in his off time like a lot of guys. He'd rather have a controller in his hand.
The Grizzlies have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far. And that one misses. And the Trailblazers making a change here. Zeller's checked in. Good on the second free throw. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Lillard against Morant. The three. That one, no good.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Here's Bain. And another miss by Memphis. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
Hey, they had their opportunities, but let's face it, they choked from the line. Hard to win that way on the road.
And maybe the crowd had an effect on them. I mean, they looked uncomfortable.
Yeah, going hard to the rack, making a statement here early on.
For Memphis,
great look, high percentage shot. That's the
shot.
efficiency you're looking to establish.
Last outing for Memphis, they won that game against the Lakers in Los Angeles.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
And a lot of it is moving without the ball. When you do that, things tend to open up.
And here's Morant following the three-pointer by C.J. McCollum. Morant passes to Adams. Zeller grabs the board.
That's a shot they're always happy to get, even when he blows the finish.
Here's Covington. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And one of the few NBA players out of an HBCU, Robert Covington, undrafted out of Tennessee State University, has had to work for everything he's got in this league.
He got his feet wet in the lean years in Philly when they were really trusting the process, and not a lot of flash in his game, all about determination and detail.
Free throw drops for Covington. And it's 6'7" with a 7'2" wingspan. Robert Covington, Greg, comfortable guarding power forwards.
Well, he's accustomed to it. In high school, he was the same height, but only weighed 170 pounds. Even then, his coach said he was weak, but he wasn't soft.
And both free throws good for Covington.
Now, every team in the league can use a guy like Covington. He's a two-way player that never complains about his role.
The pass to Bain. Back to Morant. Powell with the steal. Lillard looking around. To the inside. Zeller. And the dunk by Zeller.
Yeah, the high basketball IQ of Lillard showing up and moving the ball to the open man.
The Grizzlies trail by 5. Pass to Melton to end the run. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Morant against Lillard. And the rejection by Jackson. Here's Morant. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
With elite speed and quickness, Morant continues to be ferocious on fast breaks.
Here's Lillard. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against the Clippers in Los Angeles.
And we got to talk about his 4 steals on the night. That's a complete performance at both ends of the floor.
Count the basket.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Oh, you know what it is. One play at a time. That's got to be the mindset, especially in such a tight game.
Now here's Morant. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Melton's got 5 now.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Portland's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Now here's McCollum. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against the Clippers in Los Angeles. Inside. Denied by Morant.
Bringing it on D. Morant with the swat.
And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession. Larry Nance is checked in for the Trailblazers. Anderson, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Clock at 6. Off the inbound. McCollum, no good.
Oh, he found the open space from mid-range. Just maybe rushed his release a little bit.
Memphis has gone 1 or 2 from long range in the first quarter. Out to Morant. Anderson outside. To the paint. Looking for Adams. He gets it there. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland. And this is the first season matchup for them against the Grizzlies.
And they usually came out on top when these two teams faced off last year. No surprise, they're the better team.
Brandon Clark, he's checked in for Jerome Jackson. Portland with the ball, trailing by 2. McCollum outside. Off target from outside. And Adams has got the ball here for Memphis. Melton kicks to Clark. They grab their own miss. Adams. And Adams with the slam.
They have to put a body on Adams. He's too good of an offensive rebounder to not pay attention.
Here's Lillard. There's the drive. Passes it to Zeller. Shot clock at 6. Lillard against Morant. And the foul on Larry Nance Jr.
Larry Nance
That's his
Jr.
first foul.
That's his first
Off
personal.
the rails
Third
this quarter.
team
It's a bad
foul.
time to do it. I mean, when
On
they're
the
needing
floor
to
for
fight
the
from behind.
Trailblazers.
So for the Trailblazers,
Nasir
Little. He's checked in for Powell.
Snell.
Tony Snell comes in for McCollum.
Anthony Simons.
And Simons in for Damian Lillard. And here's Morant. Adams right side. Out to the wing. Clark dishes to Adams. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Melton, no good. Trailblazers trail by 4. Pass to Little. They could use a bucket. Doesn't go for him. Some solid defense from Clark. And Adams kicks to Melton. Clark for 3. Traps in the tray.
Brandon Clark.
And the Grizzlies lead by 7.
And this is what the coaching staff loves when they watch Clark, wanting to improve his shooting off the catch.
And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
His field goal percentage has dipped this quarter. I mean, his movement has to be better. He has to find the open spots on the floor.
And Anderson has it in the corner. Out to the right wing. A fadeaway. He claims that one off the back iron, and
Assisted
down it
by
falls.
Kyle
And it's a
Anderson.
9-point Grizzly lead. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the Grizzlies.
Trailblazers.
They deserve a
timeout.
lot of credit for the defense they've played in the paint here early. Contesting shots, blocking shots, just making life difficult on the opposing shooters in general.
And also, how about the fact that defensively,
Come
they're
on,
getting that
give it
backboard
up
and getting
for
out in
your
transition,
Blazers.
especially in this first half.
Now a timeout called by Portland. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Here's Simons. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Morant.
Third team
That's his
foul.
first foul. And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. 9-point game.
Intelligent defense. He reads the play, gets himself in the perfect position to come up with the steal.
Portland's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Here's Simons. He kicks to Zeller. The pass to Snell. Anderson with the block.
And blocks like this fire Anderson up, which in turn get his teammates going as well.
And for Portland, they're shooting well off their usual numbers, around 29% so far. Pass to Little. Nance outside. Knocks down the 3-ball.
And looking confident. When Nance can hit the jump shot, this offense becomes much more dynamic.
Morant with it. And the foul on Larry Nance Jr.
Larry Nance
That's
Jr.
foul number 2 for him.
His second
2 fouls
personal.
and we're not even out of the
Fourth
first quarter.
team
That's not a
foul.
good pace to set.
Some
Grizzlies
changes for Memphis.
substitution.
Tillman, he's
Xavier
checked in for
Tillman.
Steven Adams.
John
Conchar
Conchar.
comes in for Melton. And Tyus Jones subbed in for John Morant. Shoots. Conchar can't get it to go.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Yeah, that's not his spot.
Larry
Plain and
Nance
simple.
Jr.
He's trying to force something is rarely a good idea.
And what I like about Nance Jr. is how he positions himself, knows his strengths on offense, and plays
2
to
minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Here's Tillman. Puts the fadeaway
Xavier
right on the
Tillman.
money. And the Grizzlies lead by 6.
I mean, since he's wide open, he's got time to add a little style with the fadeaway.
After 3 seasons at Michigan State, Xavier Tillman came to the NBA ready to make an impact.
Tremendous feel for the game. I mean, he knows where to be on both ends. He has all the makings of a quality two-way player.
Well, this is where measurements don't tell the whole story. Clark is a tremendous shot blocker despite having an average wingspan.
There's a minute 34 left in the first quarter. Now Jones passes to Tillman. Here's Conchar. Back to Jones. Just 3 to shoot. Zeller grabs the board. Zeller's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Fires for 3. Little can't hit. Now the Grizzlies with it. They're on an 18-7 run. Pass to Conchar. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Picked off in midair. Here's Snell. He's covered by Anderson. 41 seconds left to play here in the first. There's the pass to Simons. Just 5 to shoot. The feed to Nance. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Nance has got 7 points. And the Grizzlies leading by 4. Pass to Conchar. Passes it to Tillman. And the basket is good.
Hey, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Oh, Nance in position. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. Steven Adams has been leading the charge for Memphis. Between his points and his rebounds, he was a star for him in that quarter. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And one of the better young two-way big men in the NBA, Jaren Jackson. He talked about how his defensive responsibilities grow.
Probably be more of a backline help, talk more, give more help for the rotations because, depending on what team you play, there's a lot of specific things you got to do to guard a certain player.
Now with his 7'4" wingspan, Jackson has all the tools to be an elite rim protector.
But advanced understanding of positioning. His father was an NBA player, so he's been taught the game from a young age.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And for Memphis, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
No question. It's been stifling thus far, preventing that offense from establishing any kind of rhythm.
On the floor to begin things for Memphis here in the second quarter. We've got Tyus Jones. Clark is out there with Kyle Anderson. And it's Tillman in at the center, locking down the middle. Nurkic with the block.
Oh, this is the impact Nurkic makes on the defensive end. Effective at reaching out and stifling shooters.
And Kyle Anderson gets the whistle that time.
Kyle Anderson.
That's his first foul. Robert Covington's checked in for a little.
Team
And the
foul.
Grizzlies also with the sub.
Grizzlies
Haynes
substitution.
checked in. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Here's Simons. No points in the game yet for him. Covington passes to Snell. Just 5 on the clock. Covington with it. And now by Anderson. They get it again. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
Oh, the
That's
sheer
his second
size
personal.
Nurkic possesses
Second team
is sometimes
foul.
overwhelming, which is how he gets these fouls.
The Trailblazers shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
No good on the free throw. And Chris, if you were playing today, which coach would you most want to play for?
And so many great coaches in this league. Kevin, I don't know. But I would hope they had the template of letting their guys get out and go. I want to play in a fast-paced system. I want to play for a coach that played this game before. I want to play for a coach that really had that great attitude in the locker room, one that fostered chemistry. So many great coaches. I'm sure it's a lot of them that fit that criteria.
Here's Tillman. And it's Portland with the rebound.
Grizzlies
And the foul called on Xavier Tillman.
That's his
first foul.
Third team foul.
And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for Portland. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Powell, that's good.
McCullough is a strong combo guard. Excels at whipping the ball over to his teammates.
For Memphis, they've gone 0-4 in the second quarter. Obviously, that needs to change. Jones, the pass to Concho. Jackson deciding where to go with it. Lillard against Jones. Here's Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
For a young player, Jackson has a solid understanding of the game. I mean, it guides him in the pick and roll.
Trailblazers have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Lillard against Jones. Lillard attacking. Basket counts. Lillard's got his second bucket.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Memphis trailing here. Now here's Jones. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Pass to Tillman. Back to Jones. Shoots from 14. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
Yeah, I'm surprised that G's respect this mid-range game more. They ought to be. I bet you they will be soon.
With the floater. McCollum, no good. And for Memphis, they're shooting 47% from the floor. Getting it done. Bain passes to Jackson. And here's Jones. The pass to Bain. Over McCollum. And another basket for Memphis.
Desmond Bain.
McCollum with the ball. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Lillard with the bucket.
And the range of Lillard is awesome. You cannot let him get good looks from deep. Game will hit him.
Pass to Bain. Back to Jones. Nurkic with the block. McCollum deciding where to go with it. Here's Powell. Nurkic trying to get open.
The strong defensive instincts. Jackson excels at recognizing when to use his length and go for the blocks.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Morant's checked in. For Memphis, they've gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Jackson trying to break free. And it's Morant missing. Portland's gone 5 of 8 from three-point land. 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. Here's Lillard. And the rejection by Jackson. And here's McCollum for 3. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
He keeps working on the three-point line. I mean, that's his third triple of the game. First in the quarter.
Morant passes to Bain. Here's Jackson. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Jackson's got his second basket of the night. The Trailblazers have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. And Lillard gets it to go. And the Trailblazers lead by 4.
Now, what more can you say about Lillard's gritty demeanor on the court? I guess contact doesn't bother. And how many players have ever notched multiple 60-point games? Wilt, Jordan, Kobe, Elgin Baylor, James Harden,
His first personal.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line. And you think of those cold-blooded scorers.
Taking 2 shots.
Man, none better than Lillard.
Certain players inspire appropriate fear. When he hits half court, he's within range.
The first one falls.
And if you're wondering if Ja Morant lacks for confidence, well, look no further than his point guard moniker. This kid is fearless, and he's hungry, and he plays with that proverbial chip on his shoulder.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Steven Adams comes in for Tillman. And it's DeAnthony Melton in for Conchal. Both free throws good from Morant. And Craig, you talk about the fearlessness for Morant, reminiscent of Allen Iverson, the way he throws his body all around.
I mean, get knocked down, get right back up. At the same time, at 6'3", he can add strength to that frame. I know that's the goal of his as he looks to absorb contact and dish out a little bit of his own.
You think about the skill needed to hit off-balance shots with the hand in your face defensively. Chris, C.J. McCollum has got an awful lot in his bag of tricks, doesn't he?
Pull-up game is something he's been doing his whole life. Now he's doing it from long range too, and that's what's the scary thing, Kevin, for the rest of his league.
First one falls for him.
And C.J. McCollum graduating with a bachelor's in journalism, something he's already putting to use covering the league.
Well, he might be coming for our jobs, Greg, but, you know, his intellect is something that serves him on the court as well, studying the game and his opponents.
And so McCollum nails both of them.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Lillard against Morant. And Jaren Jackson picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's his second personal, 4th team foul.
And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. They lead by 4. Lillard dishes to McCollum. Pass to Powell. Nurkic in the post. Adams defending. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
You can't jump at the pump fake. Nurkic is too skilled at getting defenders up in the air.
At the line.
All right, well, look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for the Trailblazers.
The three-pointer has been a major weapon for them in early stages. I mean, they'd be smart to keep moving and working on the perimeter.
Also, guys, the passing has been terrific in the first half. They'll be happy with all those assists.
Wow, the toughness and the edge Nurkic provides, it's awesome. A physical big man, he makes an impact on both ends of the floor.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. The Grizzlies trail by 6. Now Morant. Pass to Adams. From 17 feet out. And the dunk by Jackson.
This is the aggressiveness Jackson provides. Give him the right positioning, he'll finish with strength.
Here's McCollum. Lillard left side. That falls. Nice feed that time for McCollum. McCollum's got 3 assists now in this one. And Morant's got the ball here for the Memphis Grizzlies. They trail by 7. Outside Jackson. Adams outside. Back to Jackson. Shoots over Powell. Moves back up. And it's rebounded by Covington. The Trailblazers on offense. They're on a 15-6 run. Powell, that's good.
So aggressive at that end of the floor. That's a quality all great scorers have.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
Yeah, I like the chess match that's going on here. Each team trying to find and exploit the favorable matchup on the floor.
Switch here. Zeller's checked in. The Grizzlies trail by 9. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, guys. We have seen today's athletes taking stands for social justice. All-star Bradley Beal says, "We understand there will be a backlash, but we don't care about that. I'm a human being, a citizen, just like everybody else. I have family and friends still living in those environments, and I'm their voice." Kevin?
All right, David, thank you very much.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole, because he is just not there offensively.
Cullen passes to Zeller. Kicks it to Powell. Shoots the 3. Kept alive. And what a play! Just snatched out of the air. Credit the block. And Jackson throws it down.
Certainly not lacking in creativity. Wow, Jackson has some sick dunks up his sleeve.
Now here's McCollum. 13 points in the game. The dish to Lillard. And there's the pass to Zeller. And here is Powell. 14 points from him the last game against the Clippers. And the shot goes in.
That's just great touch. The teardrop, well, that's all about feel.
Now here's Morant. They trail by 9 points. It's good. It's his second basket. He's shooting 2 for 4.
Picking, moving, looking for his spots. Morant slithering around the court with the ball on the string.
McCollum outside. Shoots over Melton. And the basket by McCollum. McCollum's got the lead up to 9 now for the Trailblazers.
Such a consistent night for him from the field. Whenever they've needed it, he's been their safety valve.
Pass to Melton. Here's Bain. Inside, Adams. Nurkic with the block.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Nobody near Lillard. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. C.J. McCollum really making a difference here.
Oh, yeah, no question what they'll be talking about in this timeout. They need to figure out some way to slow him down.
So for the Trailblazers, Nancy's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic, and it's Little in for Norman Powell. Then for the Grizzlies, Clark, he's checked in for Jackson, and it's Anderson in for Bain. Now here's Morant. He's got 6. Down low. No good that time. Now Portland takes it the other way. Here's McCollum. Sweet little floater. McCollum's got 17.
Well, I think it's fair to say we can add this to the list of huge games McCollum's had in his career. I mean, one crisp bucket after another tonight.
Morant against Lillard. Shot from 12. Gets a hand on it. And Clark is right there. Clark's got his third basket of the night.
And despite the hot start from beyond, they've gotten away from shooting the triple.
Lillard, the pass to Nance. Back to Lillard. And Adams sends it back. They get it back to the inside. 6 to shoot. And the dunk by Zeller.
The muscle of Zeller coming into play. Great work taking on the defense and powering through the contact.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Clark for 3. Good. And a nice assist from Morant. 10 points for him.
And it seems as if someone got their signals crossed. If he can wind up that open from three-point range, I'm sure that was not a part of the game.
He's pulling out all the tricks this quarter. They can't figure out how to stop him.
And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for Memphis. It's a 13-point game. And Adams kicks to Morant. Anderson outside. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
That's his second personal penalty.
First trip to the line for him here.
And you know, you'll take what he can give you from the free throw line.
At the line
Looking
for
at
2.
his numbers, just really not one of his strengths. Shooting in the low 60s last season.
And the first one drops. Tony Snell's checked in for the Trailblazers. And Fernie Simons comes in for Lillard. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time.
And Brandon Clark, a dangerous finisher, not only as a dunker, but his floater game is on point as well.
Well, you see why the Sean Marion comparisons are made. I mean, that great touch combined with his vertical leap, you know, they make him a handful inside.
Portland leading by 12. Simons surveying the D. Zeller with it. Last game he had 10 points. Here's Snell, just 4 to shoot. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
That's his first personal.
He's made 1 and missed 1 so far in the game.
Larry Nance Jr. taking 2 shots.
That free throw good from Nance. So he gets them both. 19 seconds left in the first half of the game. Now here's Morant. He's tightly guarded. Now Melton. And Anderson has it in the corner. It could go. What a play. Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
Ringing the bell. That's the way to close the quarter.
Man, you see this so often. League-wide. Ended the period with a 3-point attempt.
And so it's the Portland Trailblazers holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Taylor Jenkins is here with us in the second quarter, Coach. Tough sledding at both ends of the floor. How do you fix it?
You know, it hurts our offense when we're not able to get stops and get out and running. So not a good quarter for us. No, we just got to keep being aggressive defensively and be a little bit more disciplined.
And we'll see if that can pick up as the game continues. Thanks, Coach. Back to you.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hey, let's get this party started. Okay. Damian Lillard has been having a big night. He ended up with 17 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. Shaq, how'd you think the Trailblazers were playing?
They were getting after it on the glass. Like, wow, they got a nice edge in that department, which has led to this league. They won the hard hustle battle. Now we'll see if they can keep that going.
How about you, Kenny? What'd you think about Memphis?
Well, don't get me started with their perimeter D. They're standing around flat footed, not closing down on shooters enough. The result is way too many open threes, and at halftime, the deficit, that couldn't be it.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.